So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do all of the cling clips in Pseudoregalia any percent current patch as of August 16th, 2023. The beta patch right now, or the beta branch right now, does remove cling clips, so any future versions will not have these in it. However, it's important to note that if you do like this category, you can always downgrade your version. There's a wonderful guide on how to do that on the speedrun.com Pseudoregalia guides page. So you will be able to still run this branch in the future if that's what you're interested in, and this tutorial is just to show you how to do all of these clips. So first of all, you're going to, for the Sansa Keep clip, you're going to be coming up through Sansa Castle right here, hit that switch, and then run into this room. And in this room, you'll see there's kind of a hole in the ceiling geometry here. We're going to get out of bounds through that. First, I like to do a side flip and cling to this wall right here. It's important to note that if you don't hit the side flip, you can always just jump on this wall and climb that way. It is a little bit slower, but a perfectly valid strat for practice runs. And for doing these cling climbs, the important thing to note is you just hold cling up against a wall and then press jump, and you'll go right up. This has to happen in a corner like this, and I find that it is far more consistent to use this wall right here than the perpendicular wall, because you kind of like bug out a little bit. It isn't super consistent. I would just stick to this far wall here. So side flip, clean climb, then you're up out of bounds. Woo! First step of the trick done. Now the next step of the trick is that you're going to be slide hopping across this gap here. Now you want a slide hop that's long enough to get over the top, because if you land on the top, then there is a decent chance that you will actually fall all the way back down, and you'll have to come all the way back up, and obviously that loses time, and we want to go fast. So you have to do a slide hop like so. It doesn't have to be an ultra like that one there, but an ultra will clear you right across. So once you are in this location right here, I like to put Sybil right up against the wall with the iron bars to their right. And it's important to note that keyboard and mouse and controller are going to have slightly different cling clips, but the fundamentals should be the same. And for this clip right here, I like to jump, hold shift, and then roll A to D. It's important to note that if you do accidentally grab this wall, it can send you flying off this way. Try to cancel it as soon as possible if that happens, and you should be able to either land on top of this ledge or grab it and climb back up. It can be super annoying, but if you practice it enough, it shouldn't happen too often. Just like that, right? So position yourself in this corner, and then what you want to do is just like I did there, you want to jump, hold shift, press A and D, or flick your joystick from left to right. So what that does is it turns Sybil one direction and then back the opposite direction. And then once you're in this corner right here, the way I like to set this one up is I like to walk into this corner, and to get through this wall back in bounds, I put myself right up against it, get in this corner, I jump, hit D to face to the right, and do my cling. So I actually hold cling before I press D, just like that, and it'll put you on the other side of this wall. You can hit this switch, come hit this switch, and then bunny hop all the way down to grab your key. Now, the next clip that you're going to be practicing is the underbelly clip. Now, this clip is probably the easiest one in the game once you get the timing of it. But what you really want to do is put yourself right in this corner, right here, and then when you see this little gap, when Sybil's body lines up with this gap, all you want to do is face to the left and press cling. It's pretty simple, just like that, and it will put you right in this little spot here. Sybil's kind of glitched out, and to get out of this, all you need to do is slide, and it'll put you right through to the other side. Now, to get out, you will do this once you go grab your underbelly keep key, which I will also have a guide on that you can check out. To get out, what I like to do is I like to short hop here. Some people do long hops and then hit the clip on their way down. If that timing is easier for you, then by all means. But it's the same principle. You're just going in the opposite direction. You short hop, and then when Sybil aligns with this little gap in the wall, you press the right key, and while you're holding cling. So it should look like that. And it'll put you right through like this. And if you have trouble with any of these inputs, feel free to go through the video frame by frame. You can do that on YouTube using the left and right arrow keys or comma and period. It's not the arrow keys like the up, down, left, right, but the little I don't know the name of them, the little triangles that point left and right on your keyboard, sideways V's. Now, it is important to note that when you do clip out of bounds here, it is possible, let's see if I can accidentally do it, it is possible to get up into the wrong area here. I keep doing it properly, but I have messed this up from time to time, where you kind of get up into this area. And if you get up into this area, not all hope is lost. The only thing you want to avoid doing is going over to this side here, because you will fall out of bounds. What you want to do if you get into that area is you want to, let's see if I can do it. Here we go. You want to see if you can drop down to the bottom, and then slide kind of in this direction so that you're in the middle like this, and Sybil's head is poking out. And once you've done that, you should be able to just slide or jump out, just kind of spam buttons, just making sure you're not going in this direction, and you should be a-okay. Now, the last two clips that you're going to want to practice are the ones in Twilight Theater. This left and right cage here that you're trying to get into to get the Twilight Theater key. Now, for starters, I like to slide off the edge and cling the wall when you're close, like this. Do it later than you expect. It saves you a lot of time, because if you do it too soon, you'll land up on top of this, and it's kind of a pain to get back down. Now, for these clips, what you're going to want to do is put yourself in the corner, just like this. And you're going to want to jump face left towards the bars and cling. Now, it's important to note that I keep my game at 80 FPS. This 80 FPS limit is what I find and others have found is the most consistent. For some reason, certain things in this game are affected by frame rate, clips being one of them, and specifically getting back in bounds is kind of the tough one. 80 FPS seems to be a really good sweet spot for consistency of clips while also consistency of getting back in bounds. So for this one here, like I said, you're just going to want to jump, turn left, and cling, or jump, cling, turn left, rather. So just like that, you'll get out of bounds, and then you'll be right here. As you're sliding along, hit this switch, and what you're aiming for is this pool of lava over here. And this is why 80 FPS is important. If you aren't on 80 FPS or like lower than that, it can be really hard to get out of this bounds spot. And I accidentally just did it there. I wasn't trying to do it quite yet. I was going to turn my frame rate up so that you could see how much harder it is. Really, you want to ideally land for that lava, not go to the side of it like I did, because I wasn't entirely expecting to fall through, to be honest. Because then you're not falling for quite as long. You get spawned up here a lot quicker. Now for this other one, it's a pretty similar endeavor. You put yourself in this corner, you jump, cling, hold right, or hold left, sorry. So just like that, you'll go through, hit your switch, and then for this one, I like to aim for this little box over here, because you can get right here, and then it brings you right to the key without you having to fall through, and then you can head on for the rest of your route. So, just in summation, some of these clips require a little bit of practice. I would recommend setting up a practice save and practicing these clips until you get them consistent. Make sure you play with the frame rate to find something that you feel comfortable at and consistent at. 144, people have noted that they have issues sometimes getting back inbounds, especially in theater here when you have to fall down through the haze or fall back down into the hallway. Some of those things seem to be a little bit less consistent at 144. So play with frame rate, practice your clips, and good luck. Have fun speedrunning. Thank you.